wanted to get off the bat with Jalen Milroe and his ability to do both in the air and on the ground, trying to limit his ability to get to the edge. What's the biggest challenge he presents to you guys?
Jalen Milroe is a great quarterback. We understand what we're going against. I think last year I came up here and I was talking about how good of a quarterback he is and kind of gave him his props and stuff. But I think the biggest thing for us is just to hone in on what we need to do. We understand we're going against elite talent on that side. We understand Jalen Milroe is a great quarterback. But it's really us versus us in this game. We understand that, and just staying true to our process. So being able to neutralize him on the ground game is certainly going to be a key point of our game, but I think it's just us focusing on what we have to do for this game.
How much does that reflect kind of how this team has grown throughout the season? How different does it feel going into this Iron Bowl than last year?
It feels a lot different. We understand what we can do, what we bring to every day, what we bring week to week. We understand what we're capable of doing. It's just about executing in those big moments, and we certainly don't forget about what's transpired. We don't forget about the past, and it's my job as a leader to pull something out of my guys, pull something out of them, allow them to, draw strength from all of us. Luke Deal, the seniors, just to be able to elevate their game to a new level. So we don't forget about what has transpired, and we're certainly going to put that into our play on Saturday.
It's been a minute since Auburn has won at Bryant-Denny. What is going to be your message to the team on playing in an environment like that, especially there's a lot of newer guys who've never played in the Iron Bowl?
This is going to be my first time playing in it, truthfully. So I've been asking people throughout the week, what is it like playing in Bryant-Denny, and just getting different feedback from them. In 2022, I was on scout, and I remember watching that game from my brother's house in Atlanta, Georgia. So just trying to get a feel for the environment. We understand when we go down there, it's going to be a hostile environment. They don't really like us down there, which is fine, and we don't really like them. So the truth of the matter is just being able to go out there and execute our game plan, playing a penalty-free game, being disciplined in all forms of the game, and then getting the result that we want. I do truly believe we can get the result that we want this year and desire, but it's on us to go execute in those moments, and we're excited to play in Bryant-Denny.
What's the attitude going to be like coming off the bus? We just talked to DeMarcus, and he's kind of taking a different approach outside of just giving Alabama their flowers. He's kind of going in a little ticked off. Is that kind of the message that you want from some of these young guys to go out there kind of guns blazing?
Yeah, and it's crazy because he didn't experience what we experienced last year. Well, he experienced it from the recruiting perspective, but he didn't experience it from the player perspective at the time. But it's good. It's good that the young guys are pissed off about it. And see, I haven't even had a conversation with DeMarcus yet, so that's a great thing for him to feel that way. We feel that way. We understand that we have to put that into our play. We have to put that frustration, all the pain that we suffered that night into our play, and ultimately go out there and go take a victory. They're not going to hand it to us, and we have to go out there and take it from them.
The game last week obviously seemed very emotional for you, playing your last game at Jordan here. Just with all those emotions, what did it mean to have it end like that?
It meant a lot, and I was kind of a little emotional before the game. I didn't even, for me, I didn't even think those emotions were going to come to the surface, but they did because I truly love this place, and I truly want to. We talk about leaving the place better than you found it. I want to leave, something that, be able to blossom in the future, through these young guys. And I understand that, and I try to put that into everything I do. And I care about this game so much, and I care about being able to go out there and play my best, So, just having that game and having that atmosphere and having it transpired the way it did. We talk about never yielding, we didn't yield once in that game, just continue to, okay, we're going to OT, we're going to 1 OT, 2 OT, 3 OT, 4 OT, we're not yielding. We're gonna find a way to win the game, and we understand that same fight is required on Saturday. So being able to go do that in hostile territory is going to mean a lot.
You mentioned before just kind of everything you've been through in your college career, what everything has taken to get where you are at Auburn, What are you going to most remember about your time here?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm probably going to remember the hard stuff the most. I'm just going to remember all the adversity that we went through, having coaching changes, having, just different things that we experienced, having to wake up early morning and run decks and, the physical strain on our bodies and, pushing our bodies to the limits. And through those hard moments, I do believe that brotherhood is built. We were able to build a brotherhood and a friendship and a bond that is unbreakable. And, I understand that, when I'm long out of here, I can pick up my phone and I can call Luke Deal. And like, man, Luke, we went through this, bro. We endured this. And, ultimately this made us better men, better Christians and better fathers. And, at the end of the day, those are the things I think I'll gravitate to the most. And just being able to speak about those stories, that the hard things that we endured and we got through them.
Congrats on accepting an invitation to the Senior Bowl.
Appreciate
Your
that.
brother got to do that also. What did that mean for you to have that in common and then have that opportunity come out here after the season? I know all your focus is on this game.
It's a blessing to be able to, get the honor to be able to play in that. My brother played in it back in 2010, and I do remember watching the game as a kid and seeing him perform on that stage. And, it's such a surreal thing especially for my family, for my mom, being able to make that call and tell her, hey, Mom, I got a Senior Bowl invite. And she just was so excited to hear that I got a Senior Bowl invite. But just seeing my brother play in that game was certainly something that I remember as a childhood memory. And it's such a prestigious game. So I'm, grateful to the selection committee and Mr. Jim Nagy for selecting me to be a player to be a part of that game. And the biggest thing is just going out there and finishing the season the right way and doing it the right way. And that's where my sole focus is, and I'm going to continue to prioritize that. And then going out there and producing it in that game.